Today's task is checking the issues that are currently happening with the connection to the database. So with any production environment, we know that the DB or the whatever database that they are actually using will be running on a separate server in most cases, and that server is usually scaled horizontally for availability. And in this case, they are using MariaDB, and the task is asking us to check whether the service is actually up and running and try to solve any issues that happen like that might be causing the server to, or the server to not be reachable. I'm going to try to blur out if I don't forget the login details, but let me SSH. Forgot the name. So we are logged into the server. So the first thing that I would try to look at is to try to get the status for our DB and to see if it's actually the service is actually there and running, and get a detailed analysis of what is going on here. So it's the MariaDB. All right. Anytime you run a sudo command, it's always nice to get this reminder. So the server is loaded and enabled, but the preset is deep server active and active dead since Monday. So it has been since we started this task, the service has been off and not responsive. Yeah, so we need to just maybe start the service. So I'm just gonna hide everything and use the sudo command again, the system, and try to manually start the service and see if it's going to allow us to start. Like, I had to actually check what this whole error is all about. So yeah, because there is this status that is, it says it fails to start the database server, right? And it says it failed. Let me try to make this a little bit bigger. So it says that the main process exited and the code is status 1 failure, and I have no idea what that meant, so I had to go look it up. But if you go check up here, there's a permission issue. So permission issue usually has to do with the user that is currently trying to do the right operation or trying to manipulate the database. And in this particular instance, the user, from my understanding, should be the MariaDB user, and with a group MariaDB, in order to not have a permission issue as we are seeing. So what I'm going to just do is to check if the permissions are actually the problem here. So if we check the permission on that particular, where is the error? Var, where was it? Let me just look for it. Oh yeah, error. It was var lib mysql stb1, right? Lower test. Let me just end this and check. So it says root MySQL, right? In fact, let me just do the whole path. std b01 dot lower dash test. There's no such file, because that's the first file we're trying to write. That makes sense. But in terms of the access, we see that there's root and it's belonging to MySQL. The correct owner, so let me just try to change here. Change owner. MySQL. Right. Peter's password. Yep, so now the correct user is no longer root, it's now MySQL here. And let's try again. Sudo start okay, no errors. Let me just check the status. Nope. Preset disabled, active and running. I guess that is it for this video. So the problem was just the permissions to that particular file. So MySQL wasn't, MariaDB in this case, wasn't able to make any write operations because it was operating or trying to access the information using the wrong user. So now we have given file permissions to the Maria user to also be able to access that particular file, so there shouldn't be any errors. So that's it for this video. See you in the next one.